Still excited to get your brand on? I am too. This is video 2 of series of 5, and this video is all about finding your own brand of glam. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to BTV, the place where we can be creatively free to be you and me. I'm so excited. This is video 2 in a series of 5 to help you get your brand on. If you are a creative entrepreneur, a writer, a drag artist, this series is really designed for you to help you build a brand, whether online or offline, that will help you sell yourself and your art. And so this week we are going to be talking about getting our brand on. Last week we talked about what a brand is and how to get, or what a brand is and why you need one. And if you haven't watched that video, I highly suggest that you start with that video and then watch this one. They build upon each other, and so the lesson that you learned last week is going to be fed into what you're going to be learning and doing this week and as we go on. And so in this video, we are going to sleuth out all the things that make you unique and make you you, and how we can turn that into our brand, because really your brand, as you learned last week, is you. So without further ado, here is video 2. Don't forget to download your brand book, print it off, follow along. It will give you everything you need for this week's assignment and to help you continue to get your brand on. Enjoy the video. I'll see you on the flip side. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to day 2 of our Branding for Performers and Creatives challenge. And today we are going to be talking about discovering your brand. So yesterday's discussion was all about figuring out why we needed a brand, what a brand was, how we already have a brand, what aspects create our brand, and reflecting on how we've been unconsciously creating a brand as we are now. So today the focus is going to be about honing and zeroing in on what exactly we want people to know us by. What do we want our brand to be? And this video is going to be shorter than yesterday's, because I really want you to focus on the action and the getting into the discovery process of your brand. But before you do all of that, I just kind of wanted to give you a few examples. So in your show notes, do you hear my dog, Simon? So in your show notes, I list a few examples of performers who have really strong brands. One of them is Dita Von Teese. And so when we think of Dita Von Teese, what do we immediately think of? We think of old Hollywood glam, retro, vintage, red lipstick, sparkly, creative, showstopper. Those are the things that she has really focused in on and concentrated her energy on in creating that overall experience of her. That way, that association becomes, oh, Dita Von Teese, old Hollywood glam, retro, vintage, 1920s, you know, burlesque, very seductive. And these are all the things that she's honed in on and said, this is what I want my brand to be. This is what I want to be known and remembered by. Another example that I have in there is Beyonce. Beyonce, some of her brand words could be powerful, flawless, duh, inspirational, surprising. I mean, she did drop a whole album without any kind of promotion, without anything. She just said, oh, here you go. I'm flawless. I woke up like this. So those are the words that you can associate with Beyonce. So today's exercise is really kind of getting into the gut of the words and the descriptors and the energy and the style of what you want people to know you by, right? So yesterday you started the trajectory of this discovering process of what your brand is, right? You didn't know that. You thought you were just doing a brain dump, but that's a really big part of discovering what your brand is today and where you want your brand to go. So make sure that when you do today's assignment, you have your notes from yesterday and everything that you've discovered, your brain dump with you, and your words and phrases and your picture, because we're going to integrate that into today's assignment. So today's assignment is a little bit more reflection into what you want your brand to be today. Specifically, the two biggest questions I want you to ask yourself today are: one, what do you want to be known for? Another way to say it, what do you want your legacy to be? What do you want the world when you die? What do you want your marker in this world to be? Take however long you need to answer that. There are no right or wrong answers. So that's the first question. And the second question that I really want you to focus on, there are 5 questions in the assignment, but these are the 2 that I really want you to focus on. The second big question that I want you to focus on is, what kind of stories do I want to tell? Right? So yesterday we were focusing on the stories that we were telling. We were focusing on everything that we have done and collecting those stories. Today, I want you to start collecting the stories that you want to tell, the stories that you want to be known for, the stories that you want to tell, the kind of experiences that you want to create for people. I want you to start collecting your vision of where you want to go. So that's what this part of your brand building is the discovery and the vision of where you want and where you see yourself going in the future. So after you have reflected and after you have done your deep internal searching, now I want you to take that kind of digging and go outside yourself. So what I'm asking you to do in the second part of today's assignment is to reach out to 5 to 10 friends. Make sure they're close to you and they know you, that they've seen you perform or they've read some of your writing. Make sure half of them are those, and then just maybe throw the rest out to Facebook. I mean, it's also fun to get like random people who don't necessarily know you, their perceptions on who and what they think you are. So get a list of 5 people who are super close, maybe have read your stuff, and then maybe 5 people who have no idea of what you do and who you are, but they know you, that have some kind of relation. And so what I want you to do is I want you to kind of quiz them and ask them, what am I putting off? Like what do you, when you think of me, what do you see? So specifically, I set down 5 different questions in our assignment that you can ask them. But specifically, the question that I think is going to be most pertinent to your brand building is, what 3 words would you use to describe me? Right? Just 3 words. I mean, they can give you more. You can also throw in the little GIF. I mean, that's always fun. But if you that's a fun thing that's going around Facebook, is to describe me in a GIF. But really, for this exercise, you want words because you're going to use that with what you did yesterday. So what are 3 words to describe me? And then the second big question I want you to ask your people, your 10 people, is, what am I insanely good at? Like, you know what you're good at. I know what I'm good at. But sometimes other people see things in you that we don't see in ourselves, right? So when I put this out to my tribe and my peeps, I was like, what am I insanely good at? They're like, you're insanely good at talking to people and teaching and, doing things that have never been done before. And I'm like, oh, you know what? I have been a teacher. And so that's where these classes and these things came from, was when I asked my tribe and my people, what am I really good at? And they told me that I'm a really good teacher. I said, oh, well, hello, an untapped part of my brand and business that I never even thought about. And here I am today. So once you get your reflection done, and once you get your answers from your audience and your tribe, I want you to sit down, light a candle, grab a drink, grab a cup of coffee, whatever, grab something, create like a really zen space, And I want you to look at everything that you've collected and maybe try to find some themes, maybe look at, maybe something's going to pop out to you like automatically and you're like, yes. But I want you to take a look at where you've been, which is your exercise from day one, where you want to go, which is the exercise and the reflection that you did today, and how others are perceiving you and have perceived you. And I want you to put that all together in whatever form of beautiful, magical brewing that you do. And I want you to come up with 3 words that are going to be your focus for the remainder of the 3 lessons. These 3 words are going to be the cornerstone, the backbone of the brand that you are going to be building. Take today to just mull over everything you learned yesterday, today, look over some of the resources, and I really just want you to sit in your own energy and come up with 3 really awesome words that feel like home, that feel like you, that feel like home, but also push you in push you in the direction that you want to go and grow. Okay? All right, beautiful beings. I will see you tomorrow for day 3. And I'm really excited about day 3. I'm just going to go a little bit tangent. I'm really excited about day 3 because this is the part where we start putting all this kind of heady, intuitive mind shit into the physical realm, into the physical world. Like, we're actually going to get something down that is a statement of our brand and who we are and who the fuck we want to be. So I'm super excited. I can't wait to share tomorrow's goodness with you. Have an awesome time, intuiting and searching out your brand. Love you. Bye. I hope that you found that video and the exercise in it useful. I hope that you go forth this week and you find your 3 words. And when you do, spill the tea in the comments below. I would love to hear what your 3 brand words are. And don't forget to download your brand workbook. In it, I have an email template that you can use on Facebook or social media, wherever, to kind of help get the wheels turning and ask other people for their words that, feel like they describe you. So excited. Please, if you know somebody who would find this video series useful, share the video, make sure you like and subscribe so you never miss a beat. And because next week we are going to do probably one of my favorite foundational exercises that I tell all my clients to do. And it's to, drumroll please, write a manifesta, or an artist statement, or mission statement, aka all of the above. I like to call it a manifesta because that feels more empowering to me. You can call it whatever it is you feels most comfortable to you. Regardless, that is what we're going to be working on next week in video number 3. I cannot wait to see you until then, have a beautiful week. Go forth, be the slay you wish to see flawlessly, and I'll see you next week right here, same bat station, same bat channel, BTV. I love you.